Unleash the power of knowledge and connect with the heartbeat of the African diaspora. Download our African Diaspora News Channel app now on Google Play and Apple App Store. Stay informed with authentic and diverse perspectives, breaking news, and cultural insights. Immerse yourself in a community that celebrates unity, resilience, and progress. Experience the vibrancy of the diaspora at your fingertips. Don't miss out. Empower your perspective today. Search African Diaspora News Channel and join the conversation.
Peace, family. My name is Vicky Diller for African Diaspora News Channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to give the broadcast a big thumbs up and share, okay? That way it helps to notify others that we're here. And as many of you all have noted and asked, where in the world has Vicky been? Sometimes my content isn't seen because notifications don't go out. So you help us to notify the people when you do that. So thank you so very much. And of course, be sure to also download and check out our own app. Yes, African Diaspora News Channel, we have our own app, which is essentially another us expanding our voice and having our own independent platform with our app. So thank you so much. I think you're going to love it. Family, I have been doing basically an expo and a series, as it were, on our family in Haiti or Haiti. Family. So I'm bringing this up because we know that they're back in the news now and they're using their own Black brothers, like some of the Kenyan soldiers, looking to deploy some 1,000 security forces from Ruto's Kenya against the will of apparently a lot of the Kenyans there, because even Kenya's high court initially ruled against sending some there, even though the United States and some folks in the UN are all for it. And of course, the United States are putting hundreds of millions of dollars behind it. And of course, it is my assessment that America is doing so because she needs a Black face to cover up her dirty hands involvement. We have tracked and traced America's undoing of our beloved family in Haiti, and she wants to make sure that it looks like somebody else is behind this, but we're not letting America get away with it. Well, I want us to really see in the past several years how we continue to keep them in an oppressive class and in poverty is not by accident, and it's actually geopolitical forces, let's say agency governments that are involved in messing over Haiti. This is very important, and we need to pay attention. We need to know the play-by-play of what happened so that we don't make those mistakes again. Now, in this piece that was written some years ago, during some of the WikiLeaks emails, Hillary Clinton's emails in particular, there's a lot of information that came out that involves so many different parts of the world and different spheres within different nations and peoples and governments and businesses that many folks may or may not be aware of. And of course, some of that included how the US government was involved in spying on a lot of our African brothers and sisters, some of our African brothers and sisters, and sending spies, demanding that their spies get specific information, ambassadors get specific information also about some of our African family, including biometrics concerning them, things related to their irises in their eye, their travel schedules, very detailed information. And this is very, very, very disturbing. Credit card information, things of that nature. I did a piece on that some time back. Be sure to put it in the search engine here on the channel. Well, in Hillary Clinton's emails, some people may or may not know that this was unveiled. There's an admission. First of all, this is a whole family affair with the Clintons, not just Bill and Hillary Clinton, but also their daughter, Chelsea Clinton. Now, they had Chelsea involved in some of the agency work, and Chelsea says, quote here in one of the emails, the incompetence talking about of the staff that's supposed to be working to help with Haiti, including members of the UN. She says that, hey, quote, the incompetence is mind-numbing, she told her parents. Quote, the UN people I encountered were frequently out of touch, anachronistic in their thinking at best, and arrogant and incompetent at worst. There is no accountability, and she says no in all caps, in the UN system or international humanitarian system. It goes on Now, this piece, the article says the weak Haitian government, which had lost buildings and staff in the disaster, had something of a plan, she noted. Yet because it had failed to articulate its wishes quickly enough, foreigners rushed forward with, quote, a proliferation of ad hoc efforts by the UN and INGOs. The INGO stands for International Non-Governmental Organizations, to help, some of which have helped, some of which have hurt, and some of which have not happened at all. In other words, the email shows that privately, Chelsea Clinton was reporting to her parents that the Haitian folks were doing for themselves and they had their own plan. But because they didn't articulate their plan to foreigners quick enough, the foreigners rushed in with the proliferation of ad hoc efforts by the UN and INGOs. So America, as Western allies and others, use the UN, INGOs to hurry up and rush in. Because Haiti, for example, during the earthquake, had taken too long in their opinion. This is their own country. And America wagging your finger in her face like you know what's best for them. So because you've taken too long to come to the conclusion about your own country, get out of the way, we'll run it for you. That's some kind of madness, isn't it, family? I said that's some kind of madness. The emails that Chelsea Clinton, Hillary, and Bill Clinton's daughter said, again, who was heavily involved in some of the agency work there, said, the article goes on to say that the former first daughter recognized something that scores of other foreigners had missed, that Haitians were not just sitting around waiting for others to do the work. Quote, this is what she says. Haitians in the settlements are very much organizing themselves. Fairly nuanced settlements governance structures have already developed, she wrote, giving the example of a camp home to 40,000 displaced quake survivors who had established a governing committee and a series of subcommittees overseeing security, sanitation, women's needs, and other issues. Quote, they wanted to help themselves and they wanted reliability and accountabilities from their partner, Chelsea Clinton wrote. But that help was not coming. The people knew how to govern themselves. They were doing their own security, sanitation, health, engaged in welfare and well-being efforts. They didn't need you to butt in, America. You played yourself and you played the American people and you played the world by telling us that we're just going to help and lying in the media about what was really going on there. We are the original people. When you see deeply melanated people, we're the original people. We know how to govern ourselves. Get out of the way. What's also interesting in revealing in some of Hillary's emails is this part here. Down further in this piece, it says that, this is actually quite a long sentence, but watch this. She did call on this new super Clinton-led structure, meaning Chelsea. She did end up saying that she felt that her dad needed to basically have single authority over Haiti. That's the one thing that they look Karen in training said. She admitted the problems and the issues and the positive things that the Haitians were doing for themselves. But her assessment at the end of the day still was that her daddy needs to be running stuff. Listen to what she says. Keeping that in mind, what I just said there. She did call on this new super Clinton-led structure to, quote, support the Haitian government, but noted that it could only build local capacity and capabilities where feasible. A logical loophole the United States government will fall back on time and time again, as it kept to old habits after all, including refusing to provide Haiti's government with direct budget control. Chelsea Clinton, who was heavily involved in some of the agency and alleged humanitarian work that was supposed to be done there in Haiti, admits that the Haitians were doing for themselves, including welfare stuff, health stuff, sanitation, matters, addressing those effectively, security, residential stuff, doing what needed to be done. But as this article notes, they refuse to give their own government direct budget support. That tells us everything we need to know. Keep that in mind. And I see that some of our Haitian brothers and sisters are making their request for reparations, renewing their request for reparations. I understand that former President Aristide, this is one of the thorns in the side of France and others, because when democratically elected former President Aristide was in office, remember, he was demanding France pay reparations, remember? That's one of several reasons why they put a weapon to his head and threatened to unalive him if he didn't get on the plane after we threw him out of office. So now we're hearing a lot of the Haitians demanding reparations again, like we here in the United States are. And we're not about to let up. I'm giving you more reasons, family, and more insight to see how the game is played. And I'm bringing this up also because who's been held accountable? And I'm bringing this up again because they're using this same play, the global north, again and again, not only in Haiti, but around the world. But will we learn from the lesson? Will we pay attention to the play? And will we guard against it? My name is Vicky Diller, beloved. Be sure to subscribe to my channel at vickydiller.tv. That's vickydiller.tv. That's VICKI.tv. Of course, be sure to share this broadcast from African Diaspora News Channel. I can't wait to see you again.